All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, ready.
Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That's another Colts
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Keep going. Match box. Right. Go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lady! Right there, 55. Here I come. Tighten up, tighten up.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's second down and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Army. Back.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check. Mike's 56. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Check 26.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Shift. Double right.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. That one good for 24 yards.
Got this.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it second down and 12. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, hold on. 55. Hey, pick your game up. Watch the safety creep.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida, 82 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Set, hut, 70 ending. 57. Whoa. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine. 50 seconds to Mike.
Jackson down. Throwing again. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
It's going to be a long shot. 57's the mark.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now you're coming back out. Now they've established this run game.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Matt Breida on his half touchdowns. And the Broncos, I was just about to say he had missed a season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
56 to Mike. Go. Get your swerve on. Check. Press down. Say. H3. Check 24. Watch 24. That's it. Go.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Jackson operating from the gun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blue down. Mike. Delta. Right there in the middle. 55.
Come on. You better bring it.
Hey,
Watching your grind.
let's go, D.
Now Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the curls. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, box truck.
53, check.
Hey, 70.
I got you.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he fields it cleanly. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. Hey, check right. Watching it fire. Get that quarterback. And all on the hard, ready to move. Watch the shit.
Back to throw, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, yellow lady! Yellow lady! Hey. Stay 50.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. Henry. Yo. 57's Mike.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Jackson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Hey, 70!
Safety screaming.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Right there in the middle, 55.
On the delay, here's Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Throwing on second and 14. Stafford completes it to Hearns. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3 down, 3 down. Mike, 55. Hey!
On third down, Stafford to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. This will be from 56 yards out. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Jackson now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A well-hit ball there, 50-yard. On the punt, 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 27, Stafford, a throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A huge play there for Denver, 42 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, here's Breida. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
I can't believe you let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This time Jackson will throw it. Sharks got it left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike, 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
57 to Mike. Hustle. To Mike. And let's kick it.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Big stop, let's go.
They run again with Breida. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set! Yellow 20!
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Easy alert!
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Breida, he'll try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
25, check 25, check 25, like 7.
Stafford now to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set! Good 80! Big 20! We taking wins,
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 27-yard line.
Set. 56. Don't get nervous.
From the 27, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. This is Breida. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And they take a knee. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Here we go.
Bravo. 55, Mike 55.
Let's go, touchdown.
First throw now for the backup, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Alert!
Hey, Delta. Motion.
Go!
Allen will try again on second down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
56, Colts 21.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Colts on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
57. So we got man. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Come on.
Oh, try.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Four down. Check.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.